doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And I told you we did a demonstration yesterday about talking about how a lot of people use smoke and mirrors when they do demonstrations. We see a lot of ultra short throw projectors in very dark environments, people closing blinds, all kinds of stuff, slanting their blinds so it gives the appearance that there's light pushing through. There's just all kinds of tricks that people use at the end of the day to try to make their products look like they're more than what they're not. One of the demonstrations, one of the biggest liars we have seen so far, we actually seen, there's three of them, but I'm not sorry, two of them, so screen paint, but the biggest one we've seen basically is a fellow by the name of Crows1176, that is the YouTube channel. And the fellow is goes by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. So he does these demonstrations, majority of all of them are in these very, very dark environments, very poorly lit environments. And he tries to make the environment look like there's light actually in it, where basically he'll open a door or have some light coming in, but none of it makes contact with the screen. The screen is still the environment, sorry, it's very, very dark. So curiosity, what does that apartment unit look like when it's in an actual fully lit environment? Because I know there's no way in the world that apartment is dark like that 24/7. That apartment has to be, like I said, they're faking the screen's ability to be able to be used in a fully lit environment. Keep in mind, when you do demonstrations constantly in the dark, when you tell people they're going to be able to see contrast levels and all this stuff, you basically at the end of the day are lying to your customers. Number one, using a high-end projector to try to enhance contrast and color and sharpness and brightness. On top of that, calibrating the projector to try to get the colors to come up correctly. That's all cheating. Faking the environment itself, definitely cheating. So when we do demonstrations in fully lit environments, we are showing the actual natural lighting that we're getting from the home, from downstairs to the basement to the second floor and third floor. Hold on a minute. Hey guys, we got your boots coming in today, so you'll be good. Now, again, when you talk about, this is an individual who's known for accusing people for saying that, hey, everybody's using fake camera settings on their phone, they're doing this, they're doing that, but this guy does some of the worst scamming I've ever seen. We've had products matching house paint, shelf paint. We had the individual going in and deleting videos off his account when getting caught in a live stream. They caught him marking a video private in a live stream. Like I said, products matching the everyday network Gray 773 house paint, black and white mixtures, and top of that, can't seem to back his products up. Orders get canceled left and right. We got a ton of canceled orders from this guy. Committing fraud, committing mail fraud, having items sent to us that were not described on his website, all kinds of stuff. Manipulating and abusing his website on every chance he possibly can to pretty much try to get over on someone. So the question is, what does his environment actually look like? Because this right here, and I don't know who the person is, but thank you so much, was able to get access to his apartment and was able to take these pictures. And these pictures shows Crow's apartment, or Jamie, his apartment fully lit. There is no way in the world, by looking at the demonstration that he's displaying, that is the lighting that he has in his apartment 24/7, because it's not. He's actually hiding that. We were able to track down the apartment units, not his, because we don't do that, the apartment units and what they actually look like with natural lighting, their natural lighting, and I'll show you. Make sure we got the right one because we don't want to pull up anything. Let's see. There we go. That is what the apartments actually look like. That is the natural lighting of the apartment units. So you can see the massive change between what he shows you in his demonstration and on what the apartments actually look like. This is why he has the complaints against him, because the customers tried to use that screen paint and it washed out. This is why all the customers that he has posted onto his site, his website, as customers trying to back the product, every last one of these individuals are sitting in the dark because they cannot use the screen paint in a fully lit environment. due to the fact that the screen paint, number one, is not ambient light rejection. Number two, it's a gray screen. Gray screens do not have the ability to see contrast or color. And the only way you're going to be able to pick up a somewhat decent image, you're going to have to be in the dark to do it. So he cannot use an environment like this. This is virtually impossible. So it shows you in his demonstrations that even though he says on the website it's not ambient light rejection, he tries to portray that it is ambient light rejection. We went through that with the Frankenstein scandal. Well, 5 years back, he was claiming the product at 143 to be ambient light rejection, as he claimed it was in the video, but now it's not ambient light rejection. And yet he charges more money for a product that he's claimed he was ambient light, but you downgrade it and charge more money for it. But the issue we have here is that this is the biggest fake and environments I have seen on projector setups. Your environment looks nothing like that at all, period. At all. Yes, this is a completely different apartment. It is a different unit. But it is a unit within his area, in his complex. Now, he'll probably go in and probably show somebody else, probably like, no, it doesn't. Buddy, let me tell you something. I know people in real estate. I know people who sell property every day, from high end to high merchandise at the end of the day. And I can, sorry, high commodity product, sorry, high products, put this way in a better way, high commercial real estate, okay? Anywhere from 50,000 to a couple of million. And there is no way in the world that they can make any money pushing some property if it's that dark. When they sell, they want an apartment to be bright and vivid, plenty of light, and that's what people want. They want all that light. That's what they want. And I'm pretty sure when you moved into your apartment, it was not looking exactly the way you display it now in your videos. You fake your demonstrations. Well, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that he commits fraud. It's nothing new, because we have a place called the Blacklist, and we got stuff on there of catching him red-handed doing things he shouldn't be doing. But this one right here, that's literally how bright the units are. And as you can see, they are quite bright compared to the video demonstrations that he does. That's why he has the black shades. Those black shades are in there to block as much light as he possibly can. He only has them halfway up. Then he pushes a bookcase in front of it. The bookcase is going to block a lot of that light, especially when you have objects in the bookcase that are basically going to be blocking the light. You have a sofa right there, so that's going to block some of your light right there. There is no way in the world that you're in there doing demonstrations telling people at the end of the day that your product works in well-lit environments, but yet here we have a very bright apartment here, and in your demonstration we have dark environments showing your products. How come your environments don't look like this? In mine, there are no lights on in here. There's no lights on here, and there's no lights on here. This is just the everyday light that's coming through the window. Now, like I said, this is a different unit because your dinette table would be right there, which means you would have a window right there. That would be the entertainment unit area right there, which would you have several windows here, and the door would be on this side. Kitchen would be over there. Here's the countertop, exactly the same. Almost exactly the same. Same area, same units. So this is how much light his unit actually takes in. That's how bright it is in there. This is why when you look at the demonstrations, you don't even see, man, you don't see, what's the word for it? You don't see the area this bright. The area is always very, very dark. And as I said before, you cannot use gray screen paint products in environments like this. So you could have painted a 150-inch screen right here with no problem. Had the window light hitting it, everything right here with no problem whatsoever. My technology would light this place up with no problem. I could paint a screen right there in that corner right there. That window light wouldn't even affect us at the end of the day. We could put one right there with no problem. My screen sits there in a bay of windows right now. That's nothing, man. We could paint that whole place up and paint the entire ceiling and still display in that environment. That's the difference between my technology and yours. My stuff works in the environment just like that. They wouldn't have to change one thing in that apartment. Not one thing. No blinds, no dark curtains, nothing at all, period. your screen would wash out in that area with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, Jamie's faking his environments. Definitely fake. And we knew he was faking his environments for the longest time, but we wanted to show you the impact on how much light those units have. Now, as you can see in my demonstrations, we use natural lighting. This is natural lighting that comes with the house, even down in the basement. My basement's brighter than that. And yet, you come on camera lying to people, telling them that they're going to be able to, about quality, about how performance. No, that comes from the P2. That doesn't come from your product. Because if it did, your demonstrations wouldn't be, well, we wouldn't have these images right here of this fellow showing your screen washed out. That's what his screen actually looks like when he actually has real lighting in his apartment. What you're watching in those demonstrations is basically a rehearsed environment. An environment set up to try to make the screen look the best way it possibly can, to convince you that his product actually works. I like how they used the fisheye effect on the unit to make it seem like it was larger. Look right here. So if you notice, there's an island right there. See that island right there? Before you enter into the kitchen, there's an island right there. There's a window right here. And there's a lamp right here. There's an island right there. There's a window right there. But server, that unit is much bigger. Much, much bigger. This is where he got caught basically committing fraud right there. It's another video. He could be caught committing fraud. Went in and changed the video title to not ambient light rejection, and clearly at 1:43 in the video he says that it is. That's why I said this person basically cheats any way he possibly can. And we caught you again. I bumped into that one by accident. I was like, what the freak? You got to be kidding me, dude. You've really got to be kidding me. You got to stop doing these dirty demonstrations, man. Your environments have much more light than that. That's why you got these dark curtains over here. Everything in there to darken your environment. But that unit's much bigger than yours. Much bigger unit. As you can see, square area in here, I can see that's the island right there that goes into the kitchen right there. There's a window right there. That unit is much bigger. There's the island right there. See right there? There's the island right down the side. Small island. Goes into the kitchen. And there's a window right there for the dinette set right there. And almost, slightly a little larger. Slightly a little bit larger, because this one has an air conditioner unit right there. So that's what your units look like. That's how bright they are. Your landlord wouldn't make any money at the end of the day if he was showing off dark apartments. No one would buy. First thing they'll say, plenty of light, nice and bright, plenty of good window light, nice and spacious. You're selling a nice apartment. Now, if this upsets him, gets him angry, then it just shows you that's a person who's outed. You've been faking every single demonstration from day one. Your environments have never looked that, your environment doesn't get that dark. Your environment goes brighter than that. Every demonstration in every house I've ever lived at always showed the natural environment. Every single place I've lived in. This is why you don't do a lot of demonstrations outside. The reason why he doesn't do a lot of demonstrations outside in the hours that we're outside, because his screen can't pull up. This is why he chooses to use an ultra short throw projector, because the distance throw isn't there anymore, and that will basically give him a better chance of producing a somewhat decent image. This is why he has to use a projector when it's the same amount of contrast, because his black levels don't come up. And even with this lighting, his black levels are definitely still not going to come up. This is what I want to see. I want to see a demonstration in the actual lighting of the apartment when you first moved in. That's what I want to see. I want to see this right here. This is what I want to see. We want to see this demonstration. This is what I want to see. Whoever the person was who got into your place, probably a friend of yours, I don't know, who got these pictures, this is what your screen really looks like. And this is just about right. This is definitely just about right. Your screen would definitely come up this washed out with that much lighting. So you see how bright the apartment is? So much light is in there. This is what his apartment looks like off camera. On camera, it's in the dark. And then he tries to open up a door and a window and go, look at the lighting. Look how bright. Look how much light we have in here. That's not maximum lighting. Maximum lighting would be what your apartment looks like when you first moved in. And I'm pretty sure it looks the same way. This is maximum lighting. This is what I want to see. That's maximum lighting. That's what I want to see. I want to see your videos and your natural environment lighting. That's what I want to see. This is why I said you got to be careful about running around accusing people of smoke and mirrors. Because again, this guy, if he accuses somebody, he's the biggest. He's doing it himself on a level that's unbelievable. This is the biggest scam, Crow, for you. The biggest scam. Every video now that your customers are going to watch, they're going to look at that and say, that doesn't look exactly like that environment right there. And it doesn't. So you get online, you use your platform, you abuse your platform to lie to people and take their money. You got caught already with your product matching a shelf paint. Got caught removing the videos off your account because you got busted because you were requested to put those very same videos onto your web page for everybody to see, which you could not do. You do know by removing the videos, you have admitted already to basically to guilt. You've already admitted to basically scamming your customers. If you yourself have tried to remove the very same videos that you tried to use to back and defend yourself, you just committed fraud. You just committed guilt. You just sat there and said, hey, look, yeah, I've been scamming you guys for the longest time. All my products are house paint because I went in and tried to remove a video that basically showed me explaining why my product is not house paint and got busted live. They forget all that. It's right there on the blacklist, right there. You go in and you change the title to the Frankenstein, a video that's been there for 5 years. You went in and changed the title out to not ambient light rejection. Good gracious, man. You don't have any form of respect for your customers whatsoever. And you guys are coming here and want to defend him. Guess what? I'm pretty sure you guys partake in that scam too. Yeah, we're accusing you guys of basically partaking in a scam. Who defends someone who scams other people at the end of the day? And the evidence is right there. Show me where my evidence is at. Oh, there is none, is there? None. None at all, right? Okay, there you go. But we got evidence on this guy removing videos. Sat there and said that the product was not was ambient light rejection, and then turns around and changed just the title in the video. It's 2016 would be 5 years ago.
I will be doing a video on how to paint aluminum screens or any kind of canvas that you want. I mean, yeah, man, what I'm trying to do with this, I'm gonna paint it with the Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light projection paint that I have here. And
do you have any common sense? You just literally said at 1:43 in the video that it's an ambient light rejection paint that you made. But you clearly come into the caption at the bottom and put in, it's not. You must think you're at the end of the day, I guarantee you, he looks at you guys like you're idiots. He does. He looks at his customers like you have got to be the dumbest people on the face of the planet, because who blatantly does this? There are people who go out and they will cut corners and try to hide things to cheat. And there are those people that will leave their phone right there open, all the information, women in it, because they just don't care at the end of the day, because they don't give a rat's behind about that person at the end of the day. They don't care. This is what Crow relationship with his customers are. He don't care. He's cheating on y'all left and right and don't care. Leave the phone, you find it, nah, whatever, don't care, I'll get somebody else. That's how he treats y'all. Literally went in and changed the video to saying it's not ambient light projection. We have the actual real video right there. But at 1:43 in the video, he clearly says that it is. Well, it's a good thing you don't have Pinocchio, man, because, man, you could pierce the sun right now.
Yeah, man, what I'm trying to do with this, I'm going to paint it with Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light projection paint that I have here. And
it's more like an ambient light rich paint that we have here. So it goes, it's endless, man, what you mean, it's endless. Now we have the whole environment thing. And we know you've been cheating in your environment demonstrations. We've known that for the longest time. To pull up an apartment in your unit, that basically is clearly showing how bright your environment really looks. And then having that demonstration from the customer who went in and took those pictures. And the only way that person could have got those pictures, and it had to be somebody who was close who knew him, was that the fact that when his environment, when the camera's off and what his screens really look like, really look like, he was able to snap those pictures. I'm pretty sure he snapped those pictures when he walked away from the camera for a few minutes. He got a couple of those pictures. Because he wouldn't do it. That'd be stupid for him to take those pictures and post them. That means he'd be sabotaging himself. That means somebody else got them. And you can sit there and say, well, that's not my apartment. Oh, buddy, but that is your apartment. Unless somebody went in and took the time to duplicate your entire apartment to just go in and take a couple of pictures on a product you probably spent like $60 or $70 for. No, that's definitely your apartment. And this guy is ticked off because you did him dirty. Just like the rest of them. Sorry about the curse words, can't control that. Yeah, somebody exposed them. And I guarantee it was somebody in your unit that you did it to. Probably told them they had to be in the dark all the time. Who the freak wants to turn their living room into the dark? Your customers right now can't even use their products because, again, if they painted that in their living room or a place where basically light needs to be occupied, they can't use it. Any light in the environment will wash the screen out. That's why his environment doesn't look the same way it does in those pictures. That's why. That's why he sits in the dark. That's why he does these demonstrations with taking all this light and hitting the screen. What's the point of you bringing in extra lamps? Open up the curtains, lighten up that environment. Let's see what that place really looks like when you're off camera. That's what I want to see. What does that screen look like off camera? And when you do that demonstration, don't forget the contrast levels, because for some reason you guys go completely full amnesia when it comes to the contrast levels. You just start throwing up, no, we want to see some contrast levels. Matter of fact, that demonstration you did, AK Desire with the woman with the black makeup, I would love to see that in that same environment. Light the area up. I want to see it. I want to see what your place looks like in real lighting. Because I know your place isn't dark like that all the time. No. Fake demonstrations. Got a nerd to be talking about changing the camera settings to change the entire environment. This is why when we have your products down here, they don't work. They wash out. They look exactly like this. Now I'm going to put the link to this video below. You can check it out yourself. And a nerd to put in not ambient light. Change that title.
Hey guys, this is Crows1176. What's going on?
That
What is going on? So today, I will be doing a video on how to paint aluminum screen. Yeah, man, what I'm trying to do with this, I'm going to paint it with the Frankenstein mix that I created here. It's more like ambient light rejection paint that I have here. And
more like an ambient light rejection paint that I have here, but you went into your title and you changed it to not. So which one is it? Is it or is it not? Because right there, that video is from 5 years ago. That video is from 2016. 2016, you said it was. Now, in 2020, you're saying that it's not. You went and changed the title. So he does that by saying, well, maybe saying, well, it was at one point, but it's not now. So you downgraded it? We know it's not ambient light rejection. It doesn't have the capability to be ambient light rejection. But let's just humor this for a minute. You went in. That's like saying, okay, this projector right here is 1080p. We're going to charge you, let's say, $65 for it, right? Now, many years later, it's 720p. So you downgraded a 1080p to 720p, and you want $85 for it. That's what you just did to your customers. That's literally what you did. And if you go on camera and you say, oh, my product doesn't require ambient light rejection technology, then you wouldn't mind doing that demonstration in a fully lit environment to show us that it doesn't require it. You can't do that because the screen will wash out. None of the products work because, like I said, the screen he painted on here, this is the actual color of the Frankenstein before he went and changed the color at the last minute because he didn't want to ship it to us like this because he knew the screen was going to have some issues. So he decides to ship us a darker version. But we went back in and we ordered the darker version too, and he canceled the order again. Because he knew that on camera, when I sat there and said, we can make this because it matches the UV mix, and we made the UV mix on camera. It's black and white paint. So again, let's get that environment. I want to see that demonstration in your environment, your actual real environment. Not that that dark environment you're sitting in. I want to see this. This is what I want to see. That would explain why you changed the color in the room. That would explain why you've got that huge bookcase sitting there on that side, because that's going to block any light coming through. If the doors open up, that's definitely going to block a lot of the light coming through. You got a huge bookcase slapped in front of your windows. Then you bring the blinds halfway down to where the edge of the bookcase is. That's going to block light, and the bookcase is definitely going to block light. And the reason why we know there's no real light coming from your door, all we have to do is look at the ceiling. The ceiling tells the whole story on how much light is actually transferring from the window to the door to your actual screen. You don't realize that. We see all that in demonstrations. All of that. So this is what the units actually look like. Let me see. If he's telling you that, no, this is how my place looks all the time. No, it does not. No, it does not at all, period. Stop lying. You lie too much. So, did Crow go out and change his, whatchamacallit? Well, yeah, he did. This is the blacklist. Man, we are running out of space for you on here, man. You literally have so much stuff. Now we got you down for fake environments. Boy, you cheat the daylights out of your customers, do you? Those who bought that paint, I feel sorry for you. Like the one fellow who had matched his basement wall. Didn't see a difference between the basement wall and Crow's product. Basement wall was free, by the way. This is a video that went missing. Again, you can't even explain this one. We bring this back all the time because he tries to act like it doesn't exist. It never happened. This is a video of him walking around on camera explaining why the Network Gray 773 doesn't match his product, but yet this is a video that we can't find. It disappeared. But it's clearly you on there talking about the Network Gray 773, how it doesn't match your product, this, that, and the other, and then boop, gone, disappear, nowhere to be found. Oh man, this is just a shame. Let's bust this guy. This is the same video, clips from the same video, him talking about how we don't know what we're talking about. Apparently I do know what I'm talking about because you got rid of the video. Where's the video, Jamie? Where is the video? Nowhere to be found. Look at that. Just scamming people left and right. Your product next to house paint. Matched house paint on so many levels. You match so many different versions of house paint, it's not even funny. Like so many versions of it. Ran the same scam here, ran the same scam here, ran the same scam here. You got busted on all of these. Check them out. Watch them for yourself. This is not something we have to make up. This is him actually getting caught doing dirty stuff. Over here, my favorite part, Silent Wake 5 got busted with fake receipts. Busted! Fake receipts. Fake email. It's amazing how these guys get on YouTube, carry on, act up, and try to claim they have our products. They even took a picture. They got that blown up on a forum site. Idiot of the year. Not my doing. They're doing. But anyway, yeah, this joker took pictures next to these receipts, trying to make it look like we have your product, and didn't realize that the email address, we don't use it anymore, but the email address doesn't even exist. Interesting. How did you get a product on an email that doesn't even exist? Okay. Getting busted again. Manipulating and abusing your website to commit fraud. Changed out your product's color at the last minute. We did a verification video on the product before we shipped out. We recorded our transaction to show the product we're getting. And we also were able to back it up to the 5-year video that you just saw previously, showing the exact same color that's here. It's posted on that video. But he sends us down something completely different. And then we went back in and we reordered this product again, knowing the color was this dark, and he still canceled the order. He couldn't send it out because he knew we can make it. Man, busted. There's a Frankenstein scam. We got to put the other one in here. This is the big Frankenstein scam. This is where you hear him say at 143, and over here he says that the product is not ambient light rejection. Okay, let's see. Right here, remember he said not in this video, right? If he ever makes a claim that he never changed the video, that's where you did. You changed the video. There's your original video right there. You went in and changed the title after 5 years. Now, it's hard to change a video to say that he could have went and edited and removed that part out, but it would have been strange because we have the actual video here. That's why we record all their videos, because we know they have a habit of doing this dirty stuff at the end of the day, trying to hide evidence when they get caught. But here on our product, it says not ambient light rejection. Here it says that it is ambient light rejection, and the two products are two different colors. And he got busted there big time. So again, 143, he says that it is. So like I said, you downgraded the product and you're selling it for more money. That's pretty much what you did. All right. And why didn't they try to change the title by saying it's not? That doesn't help you. It makes it even worse. Because you're charging, what, 85, something like $100 something for your product. And at that particular time, it's probably like 50 or 60 bucks at that particular time, 5 years ago. So you're charging more for it? All right. This is the network Gray 773 scam. This is where missing video. Here he got caught in a live stream trying to hide a video. We'll play it. Now, like I said, we just keep catching you doing dumb stuff. Like now the fake environment. All those videos that we knew you were faking anyway, but we needed your customers to see this. That your apartment is not that dark. Your apartment is actually very, very bright. And if it wasn't for the customer who went in and got pictures of your apartment, which your screen really looks like in a well-lit environment, we wouldn't have had, well, we've had some evidence, but not enough. That was basically concrete to have it from somebody else doing it, not us, somebody else posting that. And then going back and going through the schematics of the apartment complex that you're in and pulling up one of the units and going, this is how bright these units are. So when you're doing those demonstrations, pointing at the door and the window, that's nonsense. Show what the unit really looks like. But in this one, this is a video that we couldn't find. I told you again, he gets caught hiding evidence. Find another one. So that's you right there. That's the video we asked them to post directly to the website. Now our videos are posted to the website. Us black paint versus our product, slideshows, everything is on there. for our customers to see. We don't hide anything. So we asked him to post this video directly to his website. He refused. He refused for 3 days. So we talked to him directly. We went right into his site and went to place an order for the product, which got canceled anyway. We wanted to talk to him directly to the site and says, look, we need you to post this directly to your site. He wanted to rant and curse, and as he usually does. We went to go get the original video to send over to him and found out the video was missing. There was another video in its place, the second one with the same title. So this is where this came into play. So where is this video, Jamie? Because this video right here is the one where you get on camera, you show your receipt for the Network Gray 773, you paint the screen in, you put it against your product, it matches, you go into these huge stories about this, that, and the other, and I can go into all that nonsense you were going through on camera, but he already realized he messed up. He realized he messed up big time. You can see in his eyes, he knew he messed up. But he's persistent, went through on camera, trying to back his product. And then the very same video you used to try to back your product went bye-bye. Which shows that even you acknowledge that your product is house paint. So for every video you've watched this guy do, this is him scamming somebody. Where's that video at? There you are right there. Red hoodie. Isn't that you? Where did that video go to? We can't seem to find it. And again, look how dark the environment is. See how he's got the lights behind the back of the screen, the white lights to try to give off the environment like it's actually well lit when you're actually sitting in the dark the entire time. Compared to what we just saw in that apartment unit, your apartment is dark all the time. See that one little light he has over in there? Trying to make it look like he has a lot of light in the environment. No, that environment's supposed to be, well, it's well lit. It should be well lit. That's not his real environment at all, period. That is a fake environment. Let me see. Let's go get this last one in here. Here we go. Another reminder for you. This is when we went searching for the other video to send it over to him, and we just couldn't seem to track it down. This video also disappeared. That's the Network Gray 773. That's you getting on camera, lying to your customers again, trying to convince them that your product does not match Network Gray 773 due to the fact it's a discoloration, it has too much of a reddish look to it, there's a slight hue to it, the contrast levels are better on your product pulls up a much better white level. That's what you did. You went into that whole testimony just to do this.
Displaying the screen paint, talking all this craziness, but yet over here on your channel, it doesn't exist. Where is it? This is the only thing that's coming up. And it's still not doing you any good. It's still not helping you out, because in this video, look, video unavailable. Oh, we can't make it up. We can't make it up. We can't make it up. Busted, you scammer. You're nothing more than a scammer, and you keep getting busted. Can't make it up. He removed the other
live stream, and a live stream went in and marked the video private. So we got evidence of you removing videos and live streams canceling orders, can't back your products, committing fraud. Even PayPal he lost several claims. I think 3 claims against PayPal. Oh my goodness. And now we got this whole environmental thing where so your environment is, we all know your environment is fake, but we need it for people to see how fake your environment is. So the demonstration that he does in his environments, no, that's not the actual environment. That environment is actually all fake. That's all put in there to darken the environment, to give it the ability that it looks like there's a lot of light. That's why he uses a lot of white LED lights in the background to try to make it look like his environment is that well lit, but it's not. His environment is actually very dark. And as you can see by the apartment unit we showed you, that's the natural lighting in those units, not what he's displaying. So in every video, he lies to you. Of course. That's why when we gave him the 1-year swap out, the 720p 1-year swap out to get rid of his projector, to swap out for a lower projector, he refused to do that one too because he needs that. The quality comes from the P2. It doesn't come from his paint. So, as I leave today, I expect to see the rest of your videos from now on to be done in the natural lighting that comes with your apartment. Not that nonsense we see every single day, that dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. Because that's not how your environment looks. That's a lot of smoke and mirrors. I even got videos of you using 4K enhancements on your screen, showing people how to use enhancements to make your picture quality look better. And by the way, let me explain something to you. Calibrating your projector is also adding enhancements. Now, for those who sit there and say, oh, that's not true. Oh, yes, it is. So what about the customer who doesn't calibrate his projector? We got a video of him sitting there saying on camera. Matter of fact, it's on the black and white, black gray screen versus his product or black and whatever, you know what I'm talking about, with the motorized projection screen. It says right there in the video, he says, in order for you to get these particular colors, you have to buy this particular screen paint. It's the only way I can give you my calibration settings on my projector. And that's crap. So now you tell them that they have to buy that particular paint. Some days we got to take a break from Crow. Crow does so much dirt. At the end of the day, we have to take a break from him. He just does too much dirt. I've seen people do dirty stuff in business. Good gracious, man. Nobody will sign a contract to you. No one ever. You'll get them sued. You do too much dirt. This is another video that went missing. This video disappeared also. That's his product matching a white screen, a white motorized projection screen. Matched it. Comes in, turns the lights on, then turns them off. I have no idea what the purpose was that all about to begin with. What was the point of basically having the lights on to begin with? The benefits of a gray projection screen. We can't find the video because it doesn't exist. It's gone. Another video went missing. This is his product making out of black and white paint. That's missing too. There's another video that disappeared, somehow disappeared off the account, his account, nowhere to be found. Oh man, I'm telling you, dude, there's no end to you at all. You just constantly do demonstrations, always in the dark. This is not your, and that whole demonstration with changing out the name of the product, man. Well, thank God my customers don't have to go through that kind of nonsense. Thank goodness. We don't have to go through that. Our customers get the best when it comes to us. We don't do any of that nonsense at the end of the day. That's my customer right there on display. Why all your customers are sitting in the dark trying to figure out where the coffee table is, my customer is outside displaying our technology. See, when I do demonstrations in fully lit environments, my customers challenge that theory. And they do it too. That is my screen paint outside. Customer bought it, took it outside, did his demonstration. People recognize good technology when they see it. See that? They recognize good technology. I just posted that video about a couple minutes ago. Because people are not used to seeing a screen produce an image that clear, that sharp outside. None of your customers can do that at all. Heck, you can't even do that. Because again, judging by what I've seen off your apartment, how it really looks, compared to the videos you're showing now in your demonstrations, my goodness. And you got a nerve to put extra lights in the environment to make it look like your area is well lit. Where's the natural lighting of your environment? Nowhere to be found. I'm gonna post another demonstration for Hector today for customers. And thank you, Instagram. I really appreciate it. Crow's probably home angry right now, telling him, I'm gonna go on his Instagram account, I'm gonna spread lies. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Nobody believe you over there anyway. Same nonsense. How long you had that account? You had that account longer than mine. And look at my hits. Am I affected in any way? Nope. In no way whatsoever. Because people see real technology. They know the real thing when they see it. Your stuff is fake. Even your environment's fake. Your paint is fake. Demonstrations are fake. It's all fake. You can't do any of our challenges. You didn't do the 150-inch challenge. We know you didn't do that already from the door. You didn't do the 250. You can't even beat my setup that I have, and it cost me $521. You can't even beat it on your $3,300 projector. Can't even beat it. Can't beat my screen size. Can't beat my environment. Can't beat my product. That's what that challenge was for. To show that you could back your product up. You can't even do that. If your environment's that dark and you can't use it in that fully lit environment, are you kidding me? This would be a cakewalk for our technology. You'd walk all through this area. I'll put a 150-inch screen right there to start. That'd be a perfect demonstration. We got plenty of light coming through the window, so that'd be nice. Got a light over top, but definitely have that turned on. That'd be nice. Over here with your walls here, I'll drop another 100, probably 135 right over there. Because we could pull up in there with no problem. This window light is a joke to our technology. I got a screen upstairs. My window sits right next on top of it, and we can produce on that with no problem whatsoever. That'd be easy. I can drop a screen to the ceiling and still be able to produce with the lights on with no problem, and then drop another one onto the floor. You can't do that. Your screen will wash out. Man, I'd light this area up, man. I might rent one of these units up here just for basically for displaying our stuff. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna rent something in your apartment complex. Your landlord don't care. Money's money. And use it for a showroom. Pay them a little extra. Show them what it's really supposed to look like. And go ahead and walk up in there and do something stupid. You're not going to like the outcome at all, trust me. But by the time we get done with you in court, I don't think you're going to have much to do anyway. But anyway, look at this, man. This is how it's supposed to look. That is really, really... Look at that. You see all that light in there? Oh, that is that is beautiful for us. This is what I see. This is beautiful for us. Oh, I have a ball with this right here. I'm going to see how much apartments are going for down there. Because he seems like a pretty laid-back person. I'm going to see if I can go over there and get a spot over there and have my people drop over there so we can basically do a setup in there. Like I want to do like a that'd be nice. That's not a bad idea for basically for doing a little showroom setup. We can have it like a kind of a realistic, because we don't want to put a screen there because that wouldn't be realistic. We'll set it up with the whole like living area, and then we'll put a screen over there. It's just for doing videos. That's basically for it. That's all we need it for. Because what better setup than it would be to basically to have an actual apartment set up to look like that? That'd be nice. That ain't a bad idea. There's big companies rent out houses all the time. They do it all the time. So that wouldn't be a bad idea. I ain't liking anybody living there. But man, we could utilize the daylights out of that spot. We get pictures like this all the time. Like, yeah, this is my spot I'm working. Like, oh, man, we could have a ball up in here. Definitely, I would put 100. We probably could put the screen, but then again, they need a diners. But yeah, we look at nice with that screen right there. Shoot. Yeah, landlord, we could increase, so he can increase his revenue. We could basically put a home theater screen throughout his entire apartment complex. And none of the customers would ever have to turn their lights out. Never. They wouldn't have no anywhere to be sitting in the dark. We can advance his revenue. All we have to do is post in this ad. Units come with a black home theater OLED setup. Because we could pick up in there better than a gray screen any day, even certifies. But like I said, for those of you who said, well, that's not true. Hey, we still got the 150-inch ultra short throw challenge rolling around. It's not going anywhere. We're not seeing anybody matching it. Let's see. Quick. I hate going on his site. You have no idea how much I hate going on his site. I couldn't care less what he says about me. He just has some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness, it's like going to the freaking website. It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. There's nothing in there. He's doing nothing. Like, I really don't want to be in there. Because we know he didn't do the challenge. He can't do it. If his environment looks like that, are you kidding me? That dark all the time compared to what it really should be looking like? We know he can't support a 150-inch screen. He can't even do 130 in there. Let's put down 150 challenge. See if anybody pops up on it. Just want to see something impressive for once. Challenge. This is all us. That's all us. Every last one of those videos is us. And nobody in there. No one. My goodness. Yeah, well, you got that right. Man, are you kidding me? We're going to leave this up for a while. This is me. This is all me. These are all us. This is all us. I put in 150-inch projection screen ultra short throw challenge. That's us. That's me. Back right. There we go. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Bum, bum, bum. And these people right here, they're not doing the challenge at all. That's me. That's nowhere near our area at all. That's me again. That's me again. That's me again. That's me again. Oh, that's our screen. That's a 150-inch screen we did. That's me. Oh, that's them doing something. That's not us. There's Crow. That's us right there. And you see any Crows demonstrations up here? Partay? Anybody? Anybody? That's us again. Because y'all can't do it. That's why. Whew. Really. If you were up there and you did the challenge, you would be the first one that would have popped up when you put the challenge in. You would have been in that category. You'd have been in between the first search of 4 to 5, you would have popped up. And the fact that you didn't pop up clearly shows you never did the challenge at all. I'm not going to go through your channel because your channel is a bunch of bullcrap at the end of the day. I don't feel like going through there and digging up more dirt on you and have to do more demonstrations and finding even more dumber stuff that you do at the end of the day. And he does some pretty dumb stuff. For those of you offended by that, I'm sorry. He does dumb stuff, and you've seen the stuff he does. It's freaking unbelievable. The fact that your apartment isn't exactly what we knew already, but now your customers can clearly see that your apartment isn't exactly as well lit as you claimed it to be. It doesn't really look like that. Off camera, your apartment is super bright. How come you don't display the screen in that same setting? And you didn't do the 150, you didn't do the 250, which shows me, it shows your customers, and it definitely shows our customers already know that they don't have to go out and spend $3,300 for a projector. They can go at $60 to $200, and they can get a screen at 150 inches, use it in a fully lit environment. Now, when we get on camera and we say that you guys can't do that, we give you the opportunity to back it up. That's what the challenge is for. The challenge is basically us just showing you our demonstration. All you gotta do is just copy our demonstration, that's it. But you can't do it. And we definitely know you can't do it due to the fact that, again, you're in a fake environment showing off screens. That's not even your real environment. Your real environment is what it looks like when the camera's turned off and you really lighten up that area and your screen washes out. You can only use that screen in the dark. If that was the case, your customers would have came out and proved me wrong, and none of them did. Every demonstration we saw on the website was sitting in the dark. Every last one. That's what house paint does. House paint reacts that way. You want to give your customers a challenge that basically don't forget it. That's you already got a nail in the coffin already. You know, you're putting a cinder block on top of it. Yeah, that's it. Well, we're the only ones that have the 150-inch challenge. That's the only one. Yeah, no one's done it at all, period. Oh, let's see. Let's take that out. My 1100 lumen challenge shows up on Google. Literally. Let me see. That's been out since 2019. Still haven't anybody challenged that one yet. 1100 lumen challenge. Oh, I gotta put Newman instead of lumen. And Google's supposed to be the intelligent units? Really? Let's say lumen. Boy, my friends, I got friends that are Jamaican. Boy, I don't know what they do on this, on the which one. They got thick accents. See right here? My challenge has been out so long. It's the first one that pops up on YouTube. I'm talking Google. The first one. This is called the 1100 Lumen Challenge. This challenge was put out in 2019 and has never, ever been matched. That is a 1,000 lumen projector outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And no one was able to match it. Not one person. It still sits. On that demonstration, we didn't just challenge Crow, we challenged everybody. All certified screens, we called them all out. Match your demonstration. You can't beat our technology from 2019. You're outside with 1100 lumens, Sony. Around 10 feet back from the screen. This is 1100. See at the bottom? At the bottom, we told them to post their links at the bottom if they could beat that demonstration. That's us. That's our demonstration. We did 2 of them. No one was able to beat it. It still sits there. All our challenges never get touched. They never touch any of our challenges. 250-inch screen display, not done. 150-inch ultra short though. We want in your own backyard. You do ultra short those, right? So we did an ultra short though setup right in the next room over there. Why would anybody go out and spend 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 bucks for your product and you can't even match our products over here? I don't know how you compare yourself to us at the end of the day. You can't compare yourself to us. You don't have the same thing we have. You can't even match our screen sizes over here. Simple challenge. All we gave you. It's nothing big. It's just the same demonstrations we do every day. That's it. Every time I want to turn that room on, turn that projector on, there we go. I do that every single day. And you can't do it one day because your screen will wash out. You can't even do that demonstration.
At around 7 o'clock.
We see you popping in and popping back out. I see you. Ain't slick. See what time of the day it is? See how bright it is outside? That's a challenge you couldn't do. Gray screen was washed. Clean out. Certifieds can't be out there.
Here's my solar. 11,000 lumens. Outside, no awning, no protection at all. About 7 o'clock in the evening.
Now I still own that projector. I got it downstairs. I actually still own that projector. We're going to do another. 2022 1100 lumen challenge outside again. We're going to do another one. Got to do another one and put it out. I got to have one to back that one up. Yeah, talked all this trash. He talked all this trash in 2019. Running his mouth again. We did that challenge. Where's your demonstration at, man? Look, man, we're done. It's funny, but I just had to come on here and I had to basically talk about that environment, man. That's pretty bad. When that is actually your real environment at the end of the day and it looks that dark and you got a nerd to be putting lights in there and white lights in the background to make the area like it's brighter than what it is. And come on, man. Who do you think you're fooling at the end of the day? We can see through this nonsense. People like Crow like to victimize people who don't know anything. People that are buying projectors for the first time, getting into this field. That's what they like. Someone's not going to ask a lot of questions. Someone doesn't have a lot of knowledge. Someone they could feed nonsense to. Crow, that's a perfect example of a scammer. That's what scammers like. You don't back any of your products up. That's why we give you challenges like that on a daily basis, because if you're going to say you're just like me, you should be able to do the exact same thing I do. I'm in my natural environment every day. Every single day I'm in my natural environment, where you are definitely not your natural environment. Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. I got to see something for a minute real quick before we get out of here. My goodness, this guy, boy, I tell you. This guy. Freaking house paint. Freaking good gracious, man. Your next demonstration, you better not be in that dark environment again. I don't care if you open up your door. I don't care if you open up your windows. Yeah. Let's go look at this real quick. I got to look at P2. P2, ultra short throw. Let's see. Let's compare your environment to what we just saw in the picture. So these are the apartment units right here. Those are the apartment units right there. That's the actual, that's what they really look like. Now, the customer who showed you the demonstration of the pictures, who did the video, you can see in one of the videos, he did paint a screen because you see a screen with green tape around it. That was his screen that came up washed out, very ticked off, came in. I don't know how he was able to get the pictures, but thank you so much. And now we got a chance to see what Crow's screen really looks like and this lighting. This is the kind of lighting would have been, judging by how much light the walls were hitting in. Yeah, the lighting would have been this kind of tone right here. So this is what the apartments really actually look like. This is what Crow portrays his product to look like. You don't need to hear all that from him. But I want you to look at its environment compared to what we just saw in the apartment, what they really look like. That's how dark his environment is. His environment is so dark that the lights are illuminated on his entertainment unit right there. That's how dark it is in there. And it's daytime outside. As you can see, there's sun outside right now. That's how dark his apartment is. Now you just saw what the apartment unit looked like. They're very well lit. A lot of light pushes through that apartment. That's not how his apartment looks every day. His apartment is well lit when the camera's off. See the ceiling right here? Crow, let me show you how light actually works. Do you see this area right here? That's as far as the light's traveling from your door. After this, it goes dark. After this, it goes dark. Even the window light that you have coming from your window doesn't even show anything because it's dark in these corners right here because your shades are down. You got your shades down right here and you got the shades down right near the edge of the bookcase. The bookcase, not much light's coming through because again, you have objects in there blocking much light, and then any light at the lower half is going to hit your sofa at the bottom. That's why all the light is contained to only half of your room, and the other half of your room is darker, where the LED lights are actually much more illuminated. We can see all that. See those dark pockets right here in the corner? Right over there by the bookcase? See all that right there? Yeah, there you go. We can see all that. But the crazy thing about it is your apartment's natural lighting doesn't look like this at all, period. It looks like that. How did you transfer this into that? You can't run a screen in here. Gray screens can't pick up in here. That's like the customer you had who showed off his whole entire theater package in there, and then to show off the fireworks display, he had to turn the lights out. Yeah, he would be in the same amount of lighting you would be in right about here. He can't show that screen in there. He has to turn the lights out because the black levels can't pick up. He can't see it. And even in the dark, again, he's picking up shades of gray. But for this individual, he wants to argue that and say, oh, that's not true. Well, that's what the 150-inch screen challenge is for. It's designed so you can put a 150-inch screen. The screen can take in a ton of ambient light. There's nowhere to hide from a 150-inch screen. And you can do a 100% star field demonstration showing a 100% black level as you claim your product can do. Now, because we can't find your demonstration at all, period, it should pop up. It's not there. And the reason why is because you have to be in that dark environment because this will not work for you. And if this won't work for you, that means your customers have to turn this environment into that environment, and that's pretty bad. Because that's how dark your environment is. But you try to make it seem like you have a lot of light in there, but you don't. That shouldn't be, you shouldn't be able to see that. If your area is well lit, this wouldn't even illuminate at all, period. It'd be canceled out. That's how dark your environment is compared to your apartment, to the other apartment we just saw the units. Then you put the white lights in the back to give it the illusion that you're really pouring in light in the background. That environment's dark. That's why over by your speakers, it's dark here. You got dark pockets and shadows all behind back here. Yeah, you got a window right there. No freaking. It's dark. Look at it. Look how dark this is. And it's out. And mind you, outside it's daytime. And the apartment's that dark. So you just did the same thing that the certifies do. Ambient light controlled environment, high powered projector, voila. That's what you just did. That's exactly what you just did. There's nothing new about your product at all. Not a thing. You do the exact same thing that everybody else does. That cheating demonstrations. And this is why we love you. This is why he cancels orders. Of course he cancels orders. You seen the downstairs area? Yeah, idea how bright it is down there? Of course he canceled orders. If his product can't show up in the natural lighting that comes with his apartment, he's going to go downstairs in that basement and think he's going to pull an image up down there? No, he's going to cancel his order. A big change. So, if I'm wrong on this, and I always give people a chance to back themselves up, if I am wrong on this, then you wouldn't mind showing us that apartment, what it really looks like off camera, well lit, because we know it doesn't look like that in real life. It doesn't. Nobody, it doesn't. I'm sorry, buddy. That apartment, when you moved into it, you're going to tell us when you moved into that apartment, was that dark? No, your walls weren't even that color when you moved into that apartment. Your walls were bone white when you moved in there. They give you the option of whether or not it's up to the landlord. If you want to paint your environment, you can do that. But again, those walls were bone white. That's an empty unit right there. See, that's what you get when you go around and accuse people of things that are not true. We got to start digging into your stuff. I told you, don't get my attention. The last thing you want is my attention at the end of the day. I'll track down your freaking unit and I'll post it and I'll go, look, here it is. Not his unit. We don't do that. But the units that are actually in that unit, yeah, they're well lit, very well lit. Your environment is darkened, man. It is really dark in there. You get a window right here. Why come you don't have this one open and have light pushing through? I wonder why. All these demonstrations are in the dark. Here's another one. In the dark. You can't beat anything we have over here. You have nothing for me. Look at this, man. Look how dark your environments are. We don't even in my dedicated theater room, I can blow yourself clean out of the water. This is sad. How many videos can we click on that are going to be in the dark? There's another one. In the dark again. Doesn't look like your original apartment. I'm going to base everything off what your apartment looks like, what it should look like, and what we've seen in those pictures from the customer. Another demonstration again. In the dark. I hate to laugh at people, but good gracious. Seriously? Man, even the certifieds don't even go this dark. This is what you guys pay for? Oh my goodness. Oh look, he got a picture of my cat Taco. Look. My new scam, old scam, find difference, whatever. Dude, you're still in the dark. You get Taco's paint, you can't even beat the product. Taco does his demonstrations in fully lit environments. You're still in the dark in every demonstration. And that's 7 days ago. Where's my 150-inch challenge? Still not even done yet. That's sad, man. That's sad. Again, if you want to, we could buy your product today and put it against Taco, or you'll pretty much cancel and put the money back on my account. We know you can't back the product up, but look at that. In the dark again. So this is a person who wants to claim as everybody else being scammers, but as I said before, when you look at as I said before, that your product matched the house paint, Jamie. It's the part you understand. You're not getting that. You're not understanding that. You matched the house paint. You got caught removing videos off your account. There are no videos of me matching house paint. There are no videos of me basically removing evidence or trying to hide evidence off my account. I don't have anything like that. You do. You don't have any canceled orders on me. I have canceled orders on you. I don't go on my website. I don't basically manipulate my website to commit fraud. You do that. And then you want to call everybody a scammer at the end of the day. And now we find customers who've had your products, even the one customer who shows what your screen actually looks like. We find your apartment for the longest time, and then we give you challenges. You 250-inch screen, you haven't even done that. I'm about to build a 178-inch 235.1 and another 138 235.1, and both of those are going to be in fully lit environments, and you're still doing these same demonstrations in the dark. But what makes it even more upsetting, your product matched a house paint. And then you got busted trying to hide the evidence after talking all that trash on camera. One and manipulated the title on the Frankenstein. You do all kinds of stuff and get caught. Blacklist is full of all kinds of information on you. You even have videos that date back to 2016 that we busted you making a black and white paint product that matched products that you were selling for free. Who else would have? How would you explain that at the end of the day if you sit there and tell people that's not me? That is you, buddy. That is your dinette set. That's that painting you got in the back with the weird tree on the, I don't know what that thing is. You know what I'm talking about. That's you. Giving away free screen paint products. You give away products for free. And the very same products that you gave away for free, they match the products that you sell to your customers now.
First name's Kenneth Burma Company is Picture
So tell me, how in the world is that, what's going on with that? And this is a challenge he had. We gave him this challenge 3 years ago for him to make the same product live on camera and match it against his products. Never made, never done. Because your product is black and white paint. That's all that it is. We made 3 of his products with it. But I'll tell you something. You can talk about our products here and there, buddy. The biggest downfall for you was the network Gray 773. We started that. We're the ones that basically found the paint. And when I sat there and I popped that lid, the first thing I said, this is not going to be good. This has a perfect tone attached to it. I am so glad I don't make gray screen paint products anymore. That stuff was a nightmare. We did that test demonstration. It matched your product. It matched your Cinemax. It matched your personal mix, your Metallica mix. It matched all of them. And when it wouldn't match was the UV because the UV is too dark. Then you turn around and do the demonstration yourself after being pressured by your customers to do this demonstration. To get on camera, to show a receipt, to paint the screen in, to talk all this stuff for hours about how your product doesn't match this and doesn't match that and how I'm off and I don't know what I'm talking about, to go in and delete the very same video you were talking about back in your products. That shows that you have acknowledged that your product is house paint. That's what you just did. I don't care how you try to chalk it up to this, that, and the other, that's what you acknowledged. Just like this video that no one can seem to find of you making your product out of black and white paint. You go into these dark environments, you use these over-calibrated projectors, you make your product seem like something that it's not. This is why when we give you basic, simple challenges, you can't complete them because you have to be in your comfort zone. This is why when we gave you the challenge for the 1-year swap out for a 720p projector, you can't do that. Use a long throw 720p in a fully lit environment for 1 year. We do that all the time. We do that in the next room on the SVGA. You can't do that because your screen would wash out. So again, how come your demonstrations don't look like that environment? Because this is what they should look like in this environment. And every time you come on there and you show an environment in the dark or a poorly lit environment with all that white light around the screen to try to give off the illusion that the environment is well lit, you were just basically telling to your customers, thank you, I'm going to steal your money now, and I'm just going to send you this nonsense at the end of the day that you can just go to Sherwin and take it off the shelf. That's pretty much what you're doing. Now, let's see if we can give Crow a challenge today. Crow's challenge today, among all the other ones, on top of the other ones, is what does your real environment look like? And can you do a demonstration in it? Contrast only. Because again, you're the only one, and the only one, I don't see Partey saying that. Partey says some dumb stuff, but it doesn't make that statement, that you make a claim that that gray screen paint that you make can see a contrast level equal to a black screen. Funny thing about it is you don't have it listed any there on your website. You don't make that statement on your website. On your website, you tell people that they have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment. Our screens aren't designed for the ambient light control environment. Our screens work in environments that don't use ambient light projection technology. We don't use dark environments. We don't have to. I do so many demonstrations with the lights on. I got people yelling at me to turn the lights off. That's how many demonstrations we do. If you go to my website, you will notice in my marketplace, you will see demonstrations of our products outside, inside, and fully lit environments. On your demonstrations, I see the exact same 4K projector, even though you say you use 720p, we know you don't. In your demonstrations, all your pictures are on that 4K projector, and every last one of the pictures are done in a dark, dark environment. Nothing that matches this. That's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Now again, you can talk about taco all you want. That doesn't bother me at the end of the day. I'm a grown man. It shows that you're a child, that you're going to take a picture of a cat and display it like, oh, he's scamming people again. There's something wrong with you. But yet this is the same individual who got caught removing a shelf paint demonstration off his website. And we got the video right there for everybody to see of you marking the video private and getting busted. Until then, Jamie, we need to see this right here. We need to see what your environment really looks like, because these are the apartment units. And again, your environment looks nothing like this when you display a screen. It's in the dark. And we did the 150 challenge. We couldn't find anybody. Couldn't find one person, not one person.
Hey guys.
Sorry about the curse words, people. It's not me, it's his customer. A bunch of his customers that got upset. All right, well, with that being said, and also to keep in mind for any of you wanting to fake demonstrations against our products, remind you our products have batch numbers attached to it, which means we test the product before we ship them out the door. Now, if you end up doing a demonstration and it looks nothing like our products, where basically the screens are coming out really dark and unwatchable, which we've tested, we'll see you in court. Simple and plain. So my customers know not to fake demonstrations. That's why we test them out. When we go to court, we show the batch number to the judge, lawyers, whatever. Like, here it is. It's a demonstration. This is how the product was tested before we shipped it out the door. Our batch number test demonstrations are long. They're like an hour long. So it shows our products being tested on every level you can possibly think of. So again, to our customers and to anybody else that decides to do a fake demonstration, when we have your information, we will see you in court. Because if you do a fake demonstration, that's slander against my company, especially when we have a batch number testing our products. That's our guarantee to our customers that our products work 100%. And also, two, it's a way for us to basically deal with people who do fake demonstrations against our products. Yep. Well, okay. That being said, we got an attorney that we paid to go through YouTube and search for stuff. That's his job, to search and look for things. All right, well, with that being said, Crow, I'm expecting to see this environment today because I want to see what your screen really looks like in the real environment. As this customer, what he saw, this is what Crow1176, the screen really looks like. This is what we want to see. I want to see that well-lit environment. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, because that looks nothing like I said, with the videos you're showing. There's no way in the world you can actually use any of those white lights at the bottom, because they would automatically cancel out. There's a lot of light. Yeah, those are your paintings right there in the back. That's definitely your apartment right there. That's that orange curtain you have in the back right there where the air conditioner is at, right there. Right there. So you can sit there and say, that's not my apartment, or it's your apartment, all right. Yep. All right. Now, just to let you know, we'll be placing the order for your product to go against Taco. It's up to you. If you want to cancel out, it's up to you. Or if you want to send us down something that's not real, as you usually do, it just shows you can't back your products up. But you're going to be versusing Taco, I think next week we're going to be buying some of your products, a couple of them. We're going to buy a couple of them and see if he'll cancel out. Now, if he cancels out, it just shows he's afraid of Taco's paint. Well, let's see. Man. No, he didn't do the 150 challenge. He didn't do any of them at all, period. Look at this, the one we got upstairs. He didn't do any of them. Nothing. So we're going to change up the gamer room. The gamer room is too dark. I'm actually getting some bone white paint. I'm going to brighten that whole section up. I want it to be nice and white in there. Ooh. I should do the floor in bone white too. Keep the ceiling black, everything in bone white. I think I'm going to do that for the gamer room. Because it got to be brighter in there. I can see about the dedicated theater room, but here, no, we need a light. We need more light in there. I can't deal with that darkness, and it's driving me freaking crazy. Too dark in there. Oh, that would be hot. We do the walls all in bone white and do all the screens in jet black. That'd be hot. That'd be hot. 235.1, all black screen. That would be sick on off-white. Oh, that'd be, not off-white, we need actually bone white. That bone white. That extra extreme white is not cheap. That stuff is $80 a gallon for that extreme white. You got to get that at Sherwin. They make it. All right. Let me see. Unbelievable. He's sitting there in a dark apartment and we're doing demonstrations like this outside for fun. This is a challenge. Still can't even beat. Actually, we should have made the Ultimate GT 5500 a challenge. We should have did that one, but I wasn't thinking at the time. I was just having some fun with it. I gotta put that up somewhere too. Ooh, can I post that to Instagram? I post that to Instagram. That's all I got to do is put an Optima GT 5500 outside. No one has one outside. We're the only ones that's outside with that projector. Only one that got it. It's just embarrassing because this guy's sitting here in the dark doing these demonstrations, and we're outside with ultra short throw projectors. Outside with 1100 lumen projectors. And he's actually inside sitting in the dark. All right. I'm gonna cut this. We're done here. We need to put the challenge in for him today. I want to see what the videos. I want to see what his screen paint actually looks like, and we know it's going to wash out. We know it's going to wash. It didn't make a difference what he puts in there. It's going to wash out. If that's what his apartment looks like, are you kidding me? There is nothing he's going to be to put in there. His screen's going to wash out regardless. We want to see that. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see. All right, let's get the challenge in. Man, you got your work cut out. Well, the 150, you didn't do that. We already know that from the door, so your product doesn't work. Here's another one for you. We want to see this one. We want to see what your screen paint actually looks like in the real environment, what your apartment really looks like off camera. That's what we want to see. Not that dark environment with those white lights in the background. We don't want to see any of that crap. We want to see actually what it looks like off camera. Light that area up. Those blinds, pull those things all the way up. Matter of fact, get that bookcase out of the way too. Lighten that area up. I want to see what that area really looks like, because again, you're faking your demonstrations. Fake environments, fake screen paint, fake demonstrations all the way through. Do the demonstration. I want to see what it looks like that. It should look exactly like that. Since you got rid of those color walls now, you can go in and you can basically lighten that area up. Yeah, because all that window, that's all coming from the windows, right? That's all window light coming from the windows. The lights are not even on in that establishment, just basically coming from the window lights. Okay. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Put the challenge in.